Go.
This lonely shower. I'd sit in the shower at the base of her feet and I'd watch her washing away all of yesterday's insecurities and frustrations. And despite everything, every day, I'm forced to accept that she is probably the most beautiful woman that I will have ever loved. Even her silhouette as she slept beneath my blankets was flawless. She had a way with words, a way of convincing herself and everyone else that she was honest, a way of putting the bitch in habitual liar. Still, nothing satisfied me quite like making her smile. I wanted my daughter to have that smile. So I ignored my own eyes and my intuition because she asked me with tears streaming across her cheeks to have just a little bit of faith, and I was selfish for pretending to be oblivious. I just needed someone to trust so badly, something to look forward to, so I let her distract me from how miserable I was with myself. I needed her to save me from myself. I needed her to love all of the things I hated about myself. And I expected to be bitter because of the way things played out between us. I thought I wanted to end my life when the truth came out because it killed me to see her loving someone else. It's the same as it killed me to watch her loving that long list of assholes she did before me. And though it was fun while it lasted, to hear her telling me I never really meant that much to her, guess I was just convenient enough to pass the time, was devastating. Truthfully though, she was just as selfish as I was for staying. She needed someone to need her, someone to remind her she was relevant, someone to make her feel important. She needed someone to take her seriously. She needed to be the center of someone's universe. And me, I needed the gravity to hold me secure to my path because I was afraid of losing sight of things again. So we orbited in circles around the truth behind the lies until both of us were left nauseous and weary and blame it on the gravitational pull, but damn, I got clingy. Guess I figured if I let her breathe, she'd wander off into someone else's life and I'd be left alone again, even more broken and disorientated than before, and I was right. Truth is, though, she never quite wandered out of someone else's life. It was me she was just visiting. Guess it all makes sense now why it always felt like she had one foot outside of the door. And every time I catch myself comparing myself to who she's loving now, I find my self-esteem dropping that much lower. And I asked her for closure. Instead, she fed me humiliation, treating me like I deserved this shit. And I just keep trying to make this heartbreak make sense, but I have to keep reminding myself that ain't nothing logical about love, so I can't expect this pain to be practical. And I knew that every rose had its thorns, but I didn't know that picking her would leave more than my hands bleeding. And now I don't want to be loved or liked or even looked at. I don't want to be flirted with or Facebook friended because you found me attractive. I don't want to be noticed or needed or to mislead anyone. I don't want to be responsible for anyone's heart besides my own. I don't want to rekindle, revisit, or revive anything from my past. For once, I just want to be alone. The one thing I thought I was afraid of. And I have to remind myself and reconvince myself right around 3 a.m. every night that I don't miss everything about her. And I have to reread the disrespectful text messages she wrote to me just to keep me from pressing send on my phone each time my loneliness outweighs what's left of my dignity. And then I have to acknowledge how pathetic I fucking feel for secretly wanting to rewind time between us, and the frustration that follows when I have to re-accept that I can't change anything about anything. So I step behind the shower curtain into a place much more suitable for mental breakdowns, and I turn the valve to the left, increasing the temperature whenever I'm tempted to regret anything about us. And I sit there, remembering how the only time it seemed to be peaceful between us was here, in this confined little space. And I know you said eventually it'd get better. But until then, I'm going to sit here humming breakup songs to my damn self, trying to scrub myself clean of your memories, hoping the water is hot enough to burn your scent from my skin because I can't stand how this damn Dove shower gel still paints your presence throughout my dorm. Needless to say, I haven't slept in my own room, in my own bed for as long as I can remember now. Because everything you touched is still tied to a memory that we should have never shared in the first place. And this is a regret that I'm experiencing. This is somewhere between progression and depression. I'm low, but I'm trying to change myself. So at this point, all that's holding me together are your last words. You said I'd be okay. And damn it, I'm trying to be. But they say what doesn't kill you only fucks you up mentally. Just wish you wouldn't have done me so dirty, because it's been about 157 showers now and I still can't seem to get clean.